Hey everyone, wanted to make a summer camp video for you so you can be totally prepared to get the most out of camp starting up next Wednesday. It's going to be a great week. I was actually saved at summer camp when I was 14 years old, and so camp has always been a special place for me. I love camp. One of my favorite weeks of the year. If you look in the Bible, in the Old Testament especially, see all kinds of stuff regarding feasts and festivals and people building an altar to the Lord. So these are basically events and moments in the lives of the Israelites that are very special to them. And I like to think of camp kind of like that. I think that God loves summer camp, and I want you to get the most out of it. And so I wanted to give you a video on how to be best prepared for summer camp starting up next week. Just some things to keep in mind. Number one is that swag is available. You can buy things. T-shirts, hats, stickers, buttons. Looks pretty cool. And they'll have some other stuff there too. And so I tell everybody to bring between $20 and $50 depending on how much you want to spend on that. So swag is available. Second thing I'd say is that we are, as Connect Church, we're on the red team. And so we are going to be doing rec in the mornings, I think. And so you want to wear red every morning. When we go to celebration, we want to wear red. When we go to the competitions and rec, we want to wear red. You don't need to wear it necessarily at night unless you just want to. But for the most part, in the mornings and during rec time, we want to wear red. And then the second night of camp, Thursday night, they have this late night event that starts up at like 10 o'clock. It's optional. You don't have to go. But the theme is Aloha. And so you'd want to wear Hawaiian paraphernalia. So if you want to be part of that, just keep that in mind. The third thing I wanted to show you are a list of things to bring and not to bring. And so you can see all of that right here. And I'm going to give you some links to a website where you can print all of this stuff off. But just some things to mention. You're going to want to bring a Bible because we will be doing Bible study. And the reason I want to emphasize that is because it's amazing how many people, including adults, who forget to bring a Bible to church camp. And so I want you to bring a Bible. It says to bring some modest clothing. And so that's kind of left up to interpretation. I typically like to tell people that you have 4 cheeks and we only want to see 2 of them. And so dress modestly. You want to bring bed linens, pillow, towel, washcloth, towels, or washcloth. Sunscreen, super important at church camp. Somebody always gets burned, and so bring sunscreen. Bathing suit, 1 piece. If you want to wear a tankini, that's fine, but no bikinis. And no Speedos. That's mostly for Zachary Langner. We have water day. And you're going to want to wear a dark colored shirt for water day, not something this light, something dark. Closed-toed shoes, and then clothes that you don't mind getting dirty in. Now here's what you don't bring. Weapons, drugs, of course, I don't think we have a problem with that. No fireworks. I don't know why that's always in there. Apparently somebody in the past brought fireworks to camp. No silly string, no water balloons. A couple other things to mention: no spaghetti straps, halter or tube top shirts, no skateboards, hoverboards, rollerblades. It's just too much of a liability on the camp. So anyways, don't bring those things, and we should be cool. And then the next thing I wanted to tell you about is the schedule. And so here's the daily schedule. You can download this and kind of look through it if you want. A couple things I wanted to mention. We're going to meet at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday. 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday because we'll lose an hour traveling there. Also, as we travel, we're going to stop for lunch. So you're going to want to bring between $5 and $10. We'll do fast food. But we're going to stop for lunch, so be sure to bring some money for that. And then the last day of camp is Sunday morning, and there's pretty much nothing going on other than breakfast and pack up. And so I'm pretty confident we will be back in Gunnersville in time for the 10:30 a.m. service. And so that's the goal, is to get back in time for church Sunday morning. And worship God with our church family. So anyways, again, super excited about camp. Can't wait to be spending the week with you. Last thing I'll leave you with is to make sure to really try to have a good attitude. Attitude really can make a difference. It can make the difference. I remember a couple years ago I had this girl in my youth group who went to Hawaii on a family vacation. And so she gets back, and I can't wait to hear about this trip to Hawaii. How was the trip? Was it amazing? What did the water look like? Was it just beautiful? Just incredible experience. How was Hawaii? And she came back, and she just shrugged her shoulders. It was all right. You know, your attitude can even ruin a trip to Hawaii. And so I just want to encourage you, try to be positive, try to be encouraging, and really try to get the most out of this trip in regards to your attitude and in regards to what God might want to speak to you about throughout the week. So anyways, be sure to call me, text me, any questions that you have. Also, forgot to tell you that you need to fill out a waiver form. Waiver form. One of them is going to be for camp, and the other is going to be for whitewater rafting. So we'll go whitewater rafting Friday, which is the 13th, Friday the 13th. But I'll put a link at the bottom of this video where you can turn in your waiver form. You can do all of that online. It doesn't need to be notarized. And then the form for whitewater rafting, there'll be a link there for that as well. So anyways, great week coming up. It's going to be awesome.